This past week, I was able to go and see what I can only describe as one of the greatest movies ever, and that movie is Rental Family. Stay with me now. After seeing this movie, it immediately became one of my favorites, so much so I started writing this script as soon as I got home from the theater. And this is coming from someone who has Interstellar as their all-time favorite movie. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend that you do so immediately. It is nothing short of phenomenal, and you'll soon see why. Real quick though, I'm putting a spoiler warning, so go see the movie first and then come back. Anyways, to quickly summarize the movie, we follow a struggling actor named Philip, played by the gem of a human, Brendan Fraser, who has been living in Tokyo for the past 7 years, with his only notable role being that for a toothpaste commercial, until he gets a job at Rental Family Inc., a company that essentially manufactures and sells emotions and memories through the use of actors. To put into simpler weeb terms, it's like Rent a Girlfriend, but a lot more wholesome and less pathetic. Throughout the movie, we soon find out that Philip is usually typecasted as the white American guy. Even in the job that he gets at Rental Family Inc., they outright say they want him because they need a token white guy.
Well, what do you need me for?
We need a token white guy. It's a niche market, and I need someone to fill the role.
Just token white guys.
To me, this makes sense, because even though he's lived there for close to a decade and can speak the language, he doesn't fully understand and grasp the culture. When first getting hired, he's hesitant to accept the job because he finds it strange that people would pay for the illusion of having a friend or family member rather than go to therapy, and has to have it explained to him the stigma behind mental health in Japan.
You just have to help clients connect to what's missing.
Like what?
Well, could be anybody from their life or feeling they once had. Parents, siblings, boyfriends, girlfriends, best friends. We played it all.
Well, they could just get a therapist.
It's not that easy here. Mental health issues are stigmatized in this country. So, people have to turn to other things, like us.
This is also shown and made more apparent with his first gig, where he has to marry a stranger. Sort of. In order to appease her parents, a young woman hires Rental Family Inc. to facilitate a fake wedding so that she can be with the person she truly loves. Even then, it isn't until all is said and done and explained to him by his coworker, Aiko, why the woman went about everything the way that she did.
You knew the situation. You knew we were her last option, and you still nearly backed out.
But I didn't.
But you would have. See, you're just a gaijin. You will never understand how things work here.
Why do you do this?
What?
This job. You're so passionate about it. Why?
It's the way these people look at you. Like they've been waiting for you their whole lives. Despite everything Tada says, these people stay with you. Sometimes all we need is someone to look us in the eye and remind us we exist.
Because to him, he feels as though he lied to complete strangers, but he also feels good for being able to help someone and do a role that was genuinely impactful. From here, the movie begins to branch off and follow separate storylines, but does it in a way that is so intricate it doesn't become complicated. We also begin to see the emotional toll that comes from working a job like this, because even when creating fake scenarios that garner real emotions from their clients, there is bound to be some real emotion involved from the actors. Because with each new client that Philip gets, the positive impact he's making on their lives, the more of a bond grows. From helping someone who is reclusive to spending time with an aged actor to playing as a father, Philip grows to understand why people use this service. We also begin to see the darker side of such a service, with people using these actors as scapegoats for their transgressions and shortcomings. We even touch on the topic of the actors even using their own service. In a way, this movie also shows a desire that we all sometimes have, of what it would be like to live a different life. I also love how this movie shows that some people would rather live with a blissful lie rather than a harsh truth. What truly makes this movie great is that in a world that has action movies trying to top one another by having big climactic fights, or comedy movies trying to have the best jokes, both trying to shoehorn in as many big name actors as they possibly can, Rental Family stands out amongst them because of its simplicity. It's not trying to outcompete other movies for box office records or ticket sales, it's just simply a good movie. It may not have the biggest cast or the biggest actors, but the cast is good nonetheless. Growing up, I watched Brendan Fraser be in all of these action and comedy movies, and they are great, but this movie definitely has to be my favorite that he starred in, because to me, this shows how great his acting ability truly is and how depth it is as well, apart from the whale. The movie itself almost feels like a slice of life anime, not just because the setting is in Japan, but because of the visuals and the way that each shot is presented. But it's also the way that the movie garners emotions from you and makes you feel. From the visuals to the music to the story itself, it feels almost real and something you can relate to. That to me also makes the movie better, because in the irony of the movie being about a fake scenario creating real emotions, that in itself is the very essence of what a movie is supposed to be and what this movie does. Anyways, Rental Family is a great movie and I think everyone should watch it. If you guys want to see me do more commentary type videos like this, please comment down below. With that being said, I hope you all have a good one.